Should we have another review?
Have another review. What do you want to review?
Well, I kind of don't want to, but I know we have to.
Oh, it's the dinner, isn't it?
It's the dinner.
You've seen this and hated it, didn't you?
Unfortunately. I mean,
Right.
I think my words to you when I arrived here were, what the was that?
Okay, so I was looking forward to this. I'd say, I mean, on paper, I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, premise sounds awesome.
Premise does. So what you have are two sets of wealthy parents. The patriarchs of both families are brothers.
Yes.
So you have Steve Coogan, who's a sort of more of an academic, isn't he? He's a teacher.
He's a teacher, ex-teacher.
Ex-teacher.
Yeah.
So Steve Coogan with an American accent, we should stress, because that's going to come up later.
His best Willem Dafoe.
His best Willem Dafoe. He's married to is it Laura Linney?
Yeah.
And then his senator older brother, who's played by Richard Gere, is married to Rebecca Hall.
Yes.
In full, razor bob cuts, stern-faced, sass-faced.
But she's the new wife.
Yeah, she is. And the idea is they meet for a very posh dinner in a sort of exclusive, out-of-the-way restaurant.
Ridiculous restaurant.
A haute cuisine or nouveau cuisine, something like that.
Yeah.
And the idea is they are meeting, they don't get together very often, they've drifted apart, however their sons have not. Their sons are actually quite close friends. Mm-hmm. And what has happened is that both of their children have been involved in some sort of a tragedy. It's not gone public yet, and the parents are meeting to determine exactly what's to be done about it. Here's a clip in which basically none of that's getting talked about.
I'm not going.
Oh, it takes 3 months to get a reservation to this place,
And
I
Stan
really
got it overnight. Congratulations.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
going.
so you don't want them here. You
That's
refuse
right.
to go to their place. You don't want to go
I'd
anywhere.
rather stay home with you. That restaurant's a joke. Anyway, it's ridiculous.
Sounds super exclusive and sexy and food art. Like going to France.
During the German occupation, maybe.
No, look, I'm sure we're going to get a great table.
Great table on a great restaurant,
For God's
a
sake.
great dinner and great company.
do this.
It comes at great expense.
Stan will pay. I need help.
I mean, that kind of expense, you pay a bigger price for not picking up a check.
I see what you mean now, actually, the Willem Dafoe thing. He does sound like he's impersonating Willem Dafoe.
It's really distracting.
It is, isn't it?
Not that you need distracting.
Not as distracting as his horrible taste in sweaters.
True.
And also, it's just, I feel like if you ever need someone to play John Oliver in a biopic, Steve Coogan could probably do that.
That's true.
It's true, isn't it? Okay, so this isn't very good.
No.
Is the short way of putting it. It should be.
It could have been.
Right, if we'd gone with the basic remit, the plot as I just laid it out to you, which is parents get together, children have been involved in a tragedy, let's discuss it. Whole thing set at a dinner table, there's some flashbacks to the thing. That's the movie. That's like a David Mamet play. It would be terrific. However, Israeli director Oven, what's his name?
No idea.
Oren Moverman, sorry.
Well, shame on you.
He was the director of Rampart and Time Out of Mind. Do you remember Rampart with the Woody Harrelson?
I really didn't like Rampart either.
I didn't. And Time Out of Mind had, I think, some moments but didn't quite work. That presumably is why he's reteamed with Richard Gere for this. Because of that film. Right, the cast is there, and they are trying. Steve Coogan can't make that accent work.
No, he can't.
It just feels silly throughout. Laura Linney feels like, I don't know, it feels like half of a script's missing at different points.
Yeah, but I feel like that's intentional. Like, it's the kind of film that made me feel stupid. And I don't like that.
That's fair. The problem is that it just keeps going off on these weird tangents that have absolutely nothing to do with anything ever.
Yes.
Like, there are flashbacks to scenes like, why have you shown me that? Why? Why did I need to see that? What possible information have I gleaned from the past 5 minutes you have just spent in this bizarre flashback to, the time you were all at a lake house or something like that? I don't care.
Yeah.
Go back to the story, please.
Yeah, who is this person? I don't know who they are. And they'll say something, you think, I've missed something.
Exactly.
Well,
there's a whole thing. It took me a good 3 or 4 goes round to actually work out who Chloe Sevigny was meant to be.
Yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah. It just feels muddled. It's over long. It's 2 hours long, and you start thinking, keep this at the dinner table, have some flashbacks to the kids. This is 90 minutes. Go.
And don't even get me started on the end. I mean, clearly we can't go there for spoilers.
No, we can't.
Don't even get me started on that.
Oh, I know. As I say, I mean, if anyone's the MVP of this, well, it's probably Richard Gere, but I think that's by default, almost, by virtue of being the biggest name at the table.
And also, the last thing I saw him in was movie 43, so the only way is up.
That's very true. No, I didn't rate the dinner at all. I don't know what it is with Oren Moverman. His films just don't grab me. I don't think he's a particularly insightful writer. I can see the intent is there. I can see that intent is there and the effort is being put in, but the results just aren't showing up for me. And his direction, I find his direction a little plain. This is basically just soft focus, basically. This is a soft focus chamber piece for the most part.
It's just like it feels like it's trying to be really arty and really deep, and
You're like, please, there's more art on the dinner plates. Come on, mate, pack it up.
I did have a quick look actually, and it is based on a book.
Oh, okay.
But
We
from
thought
what I
stage play.
understand, from what I understand though, they've completely changed it.
So they've lawnmower manned it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Why, I don't know.
Who knows with these things?
On screen.